coming up on 2nd and 7. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Past the 20. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win-1 for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll run. It's Henry. They find some open field here. There's a nice move. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Second and 5 now. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Mayfield on play action. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Mayfield down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking
That's
for
what it is,
I
Smurf.
guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Russell Gage, his first touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Fields. This will go to Henry out wide. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call, and they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And some room to work. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, it's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Fournette once more on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Mayfield now from the 50. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I'll agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Fields throwing again. Smith catches left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. 15 yards in the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Fields throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Otten. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He dumps it off for Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, And look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference soon.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bucs, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.